Hello Taurus, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of April 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my Trip and Wait Tarot deck. So many of you last month liked the Groovy Wait Tarot deck, and this deck is made by the same creator, just a different design. But it's still bright, fun, vibrant, very beautiful deck of cards. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, as I always do. And then Taurus, I will close out your reading with an Angels of Abundance Oracle card. So let's go ahead and get right into it, Taurus. I know some of you may have a birthday coming up towards the end of April, so that's exciting. Happy early birthday to you. And my cards are just kind of not flowing in the shuffle. So usually that energy tells me that things may not be flowing for you right away as we start the new month of April, but it's going to work out because we've got some really good cards here for you, Taurus, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, Taurus, so like I said, things weren't flowing that easy when I was shuffling your cards. That's okay because looks like you're just kind of recovering from some things, you know. And when I say recovering, I don't necessarily mean physically, although that could apply to some of you. But sometimes we're recovering emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually, right? It's like you've kind of gone through some challenges and now you're starting to settle into that energy where things are feeling more grounded and things are feeling more stable and things are feeling like you're finally things are moving in the right direction, you're on the right track, positive things are happening, and you're getting really good feedback that things are finally starting to happening in the way that you've always wanted or the way that you've always intended things to go, right? So let's start here. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. That means you're struggling, you know, either you're struggling with the decision or you made a decision and you're not totally confident in your decision. Now, because we're talking about money and finances, this is leading me to believe, Taurus, that you've made some decisions, some money decisions, and you're not 100% on board with the decisions you made. You're kind of second guessing yourself. You're kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have done this, okay? It's okay. Everybody goes through that. But part of, you know, the lessons and the growth that we all have to experience when we're going through our own unique financial journey is really understanding that we did the best with what we could at the time, right? Like you did the best with what you knew at that time. And of course, there's always going to be something or someone showing up later, someone who has more money, someone who has more knowledge, someone who has more whatever. And you have to understand that this is your unique journey. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, yes, but the thing is that you're going to be a lot better off because of it, okay? So be gentle with yourself, Taurus, and understand you're doing the best you can and give yourself some grace, okay? Next we have the Star card. Now the Star card is a card, usually when this shows up in the reverse, this is a card telling me that you need to pay attention to your health. Now remember, health is always the true wealth, right? As long as you're healthy, as long as you have your strength and, you know, your mental capacities and you have energy in you to do something, you can always overcome whatever financial setback you're going through. And that's if you're even going through a financial setback. But I do see that you do need to pay attention to your health, right? Get on board with eating right, exercising. We all know what to do. You just have to make sure you're making time to do those things, Taurus, because again, health is the number one wealth, okay? I don't know who needed to hear that, but I feel like it's more than one of you. All right, we've got the Nine of Wands here. Now, the Nine of Wands is a card of feeling discouraged. And maybe you're feeling discouraged because you are having some health issues. Taurus? Is that what's making you kind of feel a little maybe not so confident about your financial decisions? Could be. The other thing is maybe you've done everything that you think you could possibly do, and you're still not getting the results you want. You're still not getting the the feedback and the things that you want. I'm feeling like a lot of that energy is going to be really heavy for you, Taurus, this first week of April. Now, I don't want you to feel discouraged, because I've got some really good news showing up for you here. We've got the World card. The World card means that things are going to kind of come together in a very beautiful, holistic way. This time of feeling a little bit maybe insecure, or maybe just not totally confident, is going to come to an end. But you're going to have to take a step back, okay? The Four of Swords means we have to step back from the situation so we can get a better view, a better perspective of what's going on. Now, as this relates to your money, it means that don't just do something to do it, right? Hold, take a step back, pause for a minute, right? You don't have to necessarily make that big purchase. You don't have to make that big investment. You don't have to drop that big load of cash at this time. At least from what I'm seeing, you can give yourself a little bit of time here before you do something major. The Five of Cups talks about, maybe feeling a little regretful, and maybe not feeling totally like we did the best that we could when we had the opportunity to do so. Again, these are all lessons, okay? These are all things that are going to set you up for a much greater success. And I can tell you that very confidently, because I see the World card here. You had to go through this shift. You had to go through this feeling lost and feeling kind of scattered, because there's something that you needed to learn from that. You're going to be much better equipped financially once you go through all of this, and once you learn whatever it is that you need to learn. The World card is a beautiful card because it talks about the completion of a cycle, or the completion of a phase that you're going through. Financially, this could have been a cycle that you had to experience, because it's going to set you up for something bigger, greater, more prosperous, more abundant, more opportunity filled, whatever the case may be. But I want you to trust that you're not doing anything wrong, so to speak, but you are going through a process that you had to go through at this time. All right, Taurus, so, stay encouraged. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that loud and clear. Stay encouraged, because when all is said and done, things will settle for you in a very powerful way. All right, let's see what else is showing up for my powerful Tauruses for the month of April, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, see, there we go. All right, I gotta move everybody down here. Okay. All right, Taurus, so we've got the Guru here, right? This card is unique to this deck, but I love it. It's kind of like the same Emperor energy. They just call him the Guru, right? Emperor energy means somebody who's in control, someone who knows what to do, when to do it, someone who really has things under control, someone who has, operates from the vantage point of knowing what to do and how to do it. It's also that wisdom that only comes from experience that really puts you that much further ahead in the game. Okay, Taurus? So this is what I was talking about this first week here. You think, oh my gosh, things are, not how I want them to be. And then that experience actually makes you your own little guru. Or it actually gives you experience and wisdom that you would not have had any other way. So just trust it. Like I said, you're going to know what you need to know in order to turn this around in your favor. Prosperity, wealth, money, profit, all of that is coming your way because of who you are and what you've gone through. Okay, so get ready for that. We've also got the King of Pentacles. This is financial literacy. You know what to do. You know where to put your money. You know how to divest or divert or whatever the case may be. You know how to set yourself up in a way that's really going to make you win. Now, everybody is at different stages in their financial life, right? Whether you're a business mogul or if you are just Maybe a young student just starting out. Maybe you don't even have your first real job yet, but you do have money. Everybody has some degree of finances that have to be managed, that have to be saved, that have to be invested, whatever the case may be. So you know what to do for your particular circumstance, right? You have the financial knowledge and the financial wherewithal to make the decisions that will be profitable, that will create more for you. So I'm very confident with these two cards, especially they're side by side. So that means you're in a very powerful position, Taurus, to really have some really strong money moves that are going to pay off for you, both in the short and the long term. Here we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which means you're going to have to be careful with being overly generous, right? Not saying that you don't want to help people that mean something or give to causes that matter to you, but you have to be a little, discerning. Don't just give just to give. Make sure that, you give when it's appropriate and you hold on to your money when it's appropriate, right? Everything has a time and a season. So you're going to have to use good judgment when you're spending, when you're investing, and when you are giving. We also have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, another good card to see in the reverse, because this means you've got finances under control. You've got things balanced out, which means, you're not scraping here and there just to pay the monthly bills. It means that, you know exactly how much money you need to put aside and for what, and everything is paid on time, and everything is where it is supposed to be for your particular journey. This is a very good card because it also talks about that the budget is balanced and you're not playing catch up, or you're not late on your bills. This is a very good card, and I love seeing that card because it means that you're empowered with your money. Now we also have the Four of Pentacles here. Now this is kind of I like to say the tightwad card, but some people, will say it's a card of being stingy. I don't think that. However, there's nothing wrong with being stingy. Sometimes we have to be selfish with our money. I make no apologies when I have to do that. But here, there's a fine balance of holding on tight to our money, and also sharing and being giving when we can. And it looks like you're kind of trying to figure out what that is going to be for you, Taurus. You're trying to figure out, I do want to give, but at the same time, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm struggling, right? And I think that's totally fine. And it looks like you're going to be going through that once we hit the second week of April. Finally, we have the Eight of Cups here in reverse, means that you do walk away from something. And maybe things don't happen under the best circumstances, but when all is said and done, that is the best thing for you to do. And it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be pleasant. Some people may even be angry, hurt, sad, whatever, but you got to do what's best for you. Like I said, you make the choice to walk away from something. It's not going to be a comfortable choice, but it is going to be the best choice. All right, Taurus, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2021. All right, Taurus, interesting. We've got the World card here again. Remember, we had her here. We see her again here. This time it's in the reverse. All right, so this tells me that there's probably still some things left undone or unfinished in the cycle that was going on here. There's still some things you need to learn, still some things that need to be handled, things that need to be dealt with, things that need to be completed. And I do pick up that this is connected to this card here. Now, this could be very much, okay, there were some things we had to learn, and it's done for that period of time. But then some things show up again, maybe a continuation of this cycle, that we need to address once we hit the second half of the month, okay? So don't feel worried, don't feel overwhelmed or anxious about it. But there may be some things that have to be repeated, relearned, repaired. Who knows? You will have clarity on it once we get to this point in the month, okay? Next, we have the Seven of Swords, something that was taken from you, looks like is going to be returned, and I'm feeling like this is something of a financial, material nature. There was something that was maybe literally stolen from you that gets resolved once we hit the second half of April, okay? Now, this could be something, because we're doing a money reading, I have a feeling this is something of a financial or a material nature. Maybe somebody stole your tools and magically they reappear, they get returned. Maybe someone stole some money from you and they pay it back. But something that was taken from you does get returned. And it could even be something spiritual, could be something mental, could be something emotional. You'll know, but just know that whatever wrong was done to you gets righted once we hit the second half of the month. And it's going to be a beautiful thing because we've got the Sun card here. The Sun card is smack dab in the middle, telling me that overall you're going to have a beautiful, warm, happy, joyful month. Things are going to be returned to you. There's going to be lessons learned. You're going to be on the right track financially. You're going to be in control. This is a beautiful card, one of the most positive, if not the most positive card in the deck. Next, we have the Seven of Pentacles. This tells me you're going to be very, very busy and things are going to pick up very quickly. Seven of Pentacles is the card of being busy at work, especially when it's in the reverse. Doesn't mean that, you're kind of sitting around. But it does mean that work is going to be picking up for you. And also, it means that you're going to be very, 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 very busy. So you're going to have some challenges with just getting everything done at this time. And things are going to happen very, very quickly. But you've got time on your side. The Eight of Wands is a card of timing. And it means things happen in a very timely manner, in a timely way. But it also means that you have time on your side, meaning that when things happen, schedules, deadlines, dates, all of it is going to work out in your favor. All right, Taurus, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity. And abundance. For the month of April 2021. Interesting, Taurus. You've got a lot of repeater cards here, which means looks like you're going to be dealing with this energy throughout the entire month, okay? Because you've got the King of Pentacles, we had him here. Four of Pentacles, we had him here. Six of Pentacles, we had him here. And I think that's it for repeaters, okay? So, King of Pentacles in reverse. This means there's more you need to learn about something as it relates to your finances, okay? Now, when we saw him here, this means that you have all the knowledge you need at this time. However, you're going to have to expand your knowledge. You're going to have to do more research, do more studying, do more asking of questions by the time we get to the end of the month, right? So, King of Pentacles, this is the financial literacy card. When he shows up in the reverse, that means do some more digging. Ask more questions, educate yourself more, because there's something in the financial spectrum. There's something in the financial realm of your life that you need to be more informed about, okay? That's what this card's telling us. Next, we have the Two of Cups. This is a partnership, a coming together with someone or something in a very beneficial and profitable way. So you could team up with a coworker, a colleague, maybe a business partner. It's going to come together really nicely for you, and it's going to be profitable. This is going to make you money. This partnership, this working together with someone or something, is going to be a profitable venture for you. So make sure you do what you can to make it work. But it looks like it's gonna, you two are gonna come together, and it's gonna work out in a very positive way. Next, we got the Four of Pentacles. So whatever you were dealing with here, looks like it gets resolved here, because this is in the reverse, this is in the upright. The Four of Pentacles in the upright means that whatever type of holding on to money that you were dealing with here, looks like, you know, you can release that tension by the time we get to the end of April. You're not going to be so uptight about finances because you're going to be a lot more relaxed. Things are going to be a lot more in control. Things are going to be settled. You're going to be good. You're going to be in a very good position. Now, we also have the Six of Pentacles here in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse again. So again, pay attention to not overgiving. Maybe that's what it was that you had to think about here. That's what puts you in a much better position financially. You know, you don't have to give. You don't have to always bail somebody out. You don't have to feel pressured to make a donation to something just because maybe you did last year. It doesn't mean you have to do it again, right? Don't allow yourself excuse me, to be manipulated to give money you don't have or you don't feel comfortable giving or spending. Next, we have the Queen of Wands here. Now, the Queen of Wands is also a stability card, but she's more about the workplace energy, right? And when she's in the reverse, this tells me that there's going to be, looks like some internal changes in your place of business or wherever it is that you make money, wherever it is that you bring home your income. There's going to be some internal changes happening, and this is nothing that you are that you have any say about. It's just what's going to happen within the organization or within the workplace, within the community. Even if you are a student or if you are maybe retired or on disability or whatever the case may be, just know there's going to be some changes happening internally that may affect you, right? It doesn't mean that, you know, you're not going to get your money, but maybe the dates could change, maybe the process of how they pay you changes. You know, it's something like that where there's internal changes. There's some fluctuations is what I'm getting that are going to happen. And again, it's not going to be anything you can control or you have influence over, but it is going to affect you either directly or indirectly. So again, it doesn't mean you're not going to get your money, but there could be some changes in how it all comes about, okay? Finally, we got the Six of Swords here. This is about, I'm feeling really strongly that like this is about canceled plans or canceled trips. There's probably going to be a delay or a postponement or a cancellation of some sort. Maybe you had a road trip planned or a flight planned or something like that. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but I have a feeling like for some of you it's going to be canceled or there's going to be a delay. You know, like it's not going to happen when it's scheduled to happen. But again, it's going to work out in your favor because we've got the Eight of Wands here. Remember, this is the card of ideal perfect timing. So let's say you have a trip that does get canceled. Well, now that gives you more time to be at home and work on something else. Or maybe it's going to be postponed to a later date that works out better for you financially, right? So don't worry if something is canceled or postponed. Just know that it's going to be in your favor. It's going to be a benefit for you when that does happen. So overall, Taurus, like I said, you've got a really solid month here. Looks like, you know, you're kind of figuring some things out for yourself, and you're kind of figuring out, you know, how things are going to come into play. But when all is said and done, you have a really, really good month here. Things really work out in your favor, especially in the second half of the month. So get ready for that. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Angels of Abundance Oracle card. This one is called Dreams of Abundance. Beautiful. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Beautiful. All right, Taurus, well, I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, drop them down below. I always love reading your feedback. And I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.